5-0, 4-1, 4-1, the scorecards from the three Kansas judges. David Rickles, the heavier punches, the heavier pressure, despite a phenomenal performance in defeat from Julian Lane, who most definitely had his moments. In our main event of the Rickles loading up the right hand. Overhand right, Rickles landing the right hand, now coming to the inside. Lane firing back. Big right hand by Rickles.
Big shots landed right there.
In the clinch, the end of round one. Now both fighters up to scratch. Round number 2 underway.
So Rickles doing a good job of keeping that movement in a way where he's not letting Julian Lane set up. Julian has to set up to throw his combinations.
Lane exploding in, rear right uppercut. That was clever. Good left hand by Lane. Rickles nods his head. Now coming forward. Affirming the punch landed and coming forward. S-grip snatched by Julian Lane. That will draw the separation from Mergliata, and it does. 125 remaining round 2. Uppercut. Left uppercut from Rickles. Rickles with the right hand. Lane bounces with his back against the ropes. Rickles coming forward. Big uppercut from David Rickles. Uppercut in the half-tie plug from Lane, and Rickles firing back. Heavy pressure from David Rickles, putting Lane's back against the ropes and ruled a slip by Mergliata. Right back to it.
Rickles right back in his face. I think it's a great ending. Julian Lane's a little off tilt right now. He needs to jump all over him.
Rickles creating space, landing the right hand. Lane on the overhand right. Rickles ducking his head. This is exactly the fight we thought we would see, Chris.
Exactly.
Big uppercut, right hand, left hand. Rickles starting to land in the pocket.
And those punches hurt Julian Lane. I don't care what he's acting like right now. He's hurt a little bit.
Left hand by Rickles. Uppercut by Lane. Rickles in the half-tie plug, lands the right hand, now the left hand. 25 seconds to go, round number 2.
Rickles, once again, he's just going to smother Julian Lane right now. That's the smartest thing he can do.
Lane on the overhand right after the jab to the body. Right uppercut, right cross from David Rickles.
So look how tired both, at least Julian Lane is right now. He's just
Lane covering up. Rickles unloading with the right hand, now the left hand. Final seconds of round number 2. And that is the end of the second round.
Look how tired Julian Lane is right now.
All three Kansas judges, 10-9 David Rickles, round number 2. All three have him 20-18 officially as we start round 3. 1-2 overhand right by Lane. Stiff jab, that picks off David Rickles. Now it's Lane pouncing. Lane opening up and Rickles firing right back, lands the left hand. Rickles snatching the half-tie plug. Overhook into counter by Julian Lane.
You gotta be careful when you hurt a person. That's sometimes when they're at their most dangerous. That seemed to be the case right there with Rickles. He got hurt a little bit, but then he's very dangerous afterwards.
Overhook held by Lane. Rickles punching to the body. Quick break by Mergliata and right back to it. Lane backing up, drawing Rickles forward. Rickles obliges, comes into the pocket. Now into the clinch. Right to the body. Big uppercut, counter overhand right by Julian Lane. Rickles more big uppercuts, the right hand. Lane just lost his mouthpiece.
Went all the way out.
Rickles again on the uppercut. Uppercut again. Time called by Mergliata to retrieve the mouthpiece, and it was the Rickles mouthpiece that went out.
Julian Lane looks exhausted right now.
Time in. Rickles nodding at Lane.
Julian Lane, we're talking about, he's got to get off first.
Right hand followed by the left jab of Lane. That draws the break 100% of the time, the guillotine position. A little extra squeeze there from Lane. Rickles to the inside. Final seconds, round number 3. Now it's Lane pushing Rickles with his back against the ropes. Rickles on the turn. Right hand.
Big punch right in. That cut Julian Lane open.
So one of the 3 Kansas judges' scorecards, round number 3 goes to Julian Lane. The other 2 see it for Rickles.
And that being the case, Julian Lane cannot win a decision unless he gets a knockdown.
Round number 4 of our main event. We thought it would be something special. It's definitely something special. And nothing settled, not even close, between David Rickles and Julian Lane as Lane comes forward. Big overhand right. Rickles trying to snatch the overhook. Can that guillotine position from Lane. Straight punches now, started by the jab of Rickles. The jab right back, rear right uppercut from Lane. Lane with the overhand right. 1:15 remaining, round 4.
And when
To the inside.
Rickles smothers Julian Lane like this, Julian Lane really can't do much.
You see Lane S-gripping up to get that break.
Smart
Very
move.
smart tactical from Lane. Rickles taking himself to the canvas because he's in danger of being punched in the back of the head. See the blood all over the face of David Rickles. Shuffle step by Rickles. Reset, center circle. Right hand doesn't get through on the entry from Lane. Lane, big uppercut and another from the half-tie plum. Rickles rights to the body with his back against the ropes, looking to turn, and he does. Short left hand. 25 seconds to go, round 4.
That is just the exhaustion right there. When Julian Lane was in a dominant position, Dave Rickles just turned him around.
Rickles from that half-tie plum, single collar tie position, left hand. That left hand was huge. Lane backs off.
Stealing the round again right at the end, it looks like.
Lane resetting, another big right hand. Lane sticking his tongue out at Rickles.
Lane looks exhausted out there.
And we end round 4 to the 5th and final round we go. So the 3 Kansas judges' scorecards entering the 5th and final round. And again, the fighters, their corners know these scores. 40-36, 39-37, 39-37 Rickles.
A knockout has to happen.
Julian Lane knows exactly what he has to do, as does David Rickles.
You can expect Julian Lane to just come throwing bombs the entire time.
Big shots on the uppercut. Rickles staying tight on the inside. Half-tie plum held by Julian Lane. Landing those uppercuts with his back against the ropes. And trying to snatch the overhook. Back to the half-tie plum. Rickles continuing to throw.
Not hard punches, but they're keeping the fight right where he wants it to be. Julian Lane should be smart to get that S-grip again, like tighten up for his...
Rickles continuing to throw to the body. Again, the S-grip, but Murgliata not breaking until now. Murgliata allowing that even though Lane had the S-grip because Rickles was throwing. Rickles with the left hand. See blood all over both fighters. Lane a big right hand. Rickles walking through it. Big uppercuts from David Rickles.
Fantastic work done by both guys right now.
Rickles leaping check left hook. Rickles uppercuts to the body.
I feel like the key to this whole thing right now has been Rickles smothering Julian Lane.
Lane cut badly outside of his left brow. See the blood down his chest. Rickles, blood all over his face since round number 1. Final seconds of a phenomenal main event. Both fighters continue to throw. They throw.
After completing the scheduled 5 rounds, here are the score totals from our judges at ringside. Kevin Champion, 50-45. Greg DeVilbiss and Al Mildren, 49-46. All in favor of your winner by unanimous decision, Dave Caveman Rickles!
Neither fighter professing respect for the other going in, but all respect going out. So hard fought from both men. 5-0, 4-1, 4-1, the scorecards from the three Kansas judges. David Rickles, the heavier punches, the heavier pressure, despite a phenomenal performance in defeat from Julian Lane, who most definitely had his moments. In our main event of the evening, the winner by way of unanimous decision, David Rickles defeats Julian Lane. Chris is in the ring.